If one of your parents has recently been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, which is a form of dementia, and they're still living with the other one of your parents, then that parent is going to need an awful lot of support. And it's really hard. It's really hard for everybody in the family. That person, the husband or wife of the person with dementia, the partner, the correct terminology now is care partner, they've suddenly become a carer. They've gone from being probably an elderly person living a sort of retired life to having to become a carer. It's a bit like having a child, having a grandparent having to look after a child. It takes energy, it takes flexibility of the mind, which can be difficult as they get older. It's very different to go from treating a partner to someone who sadly becomes more and more childlike and more dependent. It's a huge thing to adjust to, and a lot of care partners find it really hard. A lot of people who are in a couple relationship find it really hard to see their loved one, their life partner, slipping away. So it's a huge challenge for them, and they need support. They need support of if they're lucky enough to have adult children, they need that support. And sometimes you can't be there physically to give the support. You might live elsewhere in another country. You might have a demanding job, demanding family life. You might live a long way away. There can be all sorts of reasons that you can't give the support that you would like to give. So we've come up with something which obviously can't replace that, but will show that you care and will be genuinely helpful. So the way that it works is that it's a subscription service, and once a fortnight, a package will be sent by the post to your parents, and in that package will be some A4 sheets that have got information, printed A4 sheets have got information about Alzheimer's. The first one is about the stages, and then there's lots of practical, every fortnight there's practical information, what to do next. So it might be things like, thinking about contacting social services, seeing what they can help. It's important to try and get cognitive stimulation therapy as soon as possible. There's financial help that may be available, attendance allowance, depending on the stage. There are drug trials. So in some ways time is of the essence, but you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what's available. The big organisations like Alzheimer's Society are really helpful, but there's massive information. You also need to think about wills, lasting powers of attorney, towards the end, sort of respect letters and all those kind of end of life plans. There's so much. So this service, step-by-step Alzheimer's guide, the idea is that it drip feeds the information. So as not to overwhelm the family, we provide timely information every 2 weeks, so there's time to digest it. The information is also emailed to the adult child, so they can read what the adults are reading, what the parents are reading. You're all adults. What the parents are reading, and can discuss it by phone or in person. Also, there'll be an activity for the person with dementia, because it's important. The activities will be chosen so that can help in practice the things that need to be practiced. So, for example, there might be puzzles, so that the mum and dad can sit down together to do the puzzles. There'll be reminiscence work, memory books. They can sit down together and talk about things. So trying to lead the way to do nice things together, nice activities together, so create quality time, because all too often there can be a lot of sniping, unfortunately. You know, people get irritated with each other, and that's not helpful. But also there'll be a treat for the care partner, the person who has now become the carer and has got this huge responsibility. They get a treat once a fortnight in the box. It could be chocolate, it could be aromatherapy oils, it could be a nice notebook, it could be a novel, it could be a nice hand soap, it could be, you know, fragrance candles, just something to say, we see you, you know, we know how hard it is, and we love you, and, you know, thank you. So yeah, that's what the service is about. There's an introductory offer because it is a new service. Because it's new, we can sort of tailor make things. So we're open to feedback and suggestions. So the introductory offer is £19 a fortnight, which is £9.50 a week. And there's no cancellation fees, no minimum period. So if you think it's not for you, you can just cancel. But as long as you are subscribed, that will be a lifetime fee of £19 per fortnight. It won't go up. Okay, I really hope that we can help your family.